11. Today I'm going to talk to you about 4-figure and 6-figure grid references. Reason being that the likelihood is you'll face a 6-figure grid reference in your exam. It's an easy mark to get, but equally it's an easy mark to miss out on, and we don't want that happening because the grade boundaries are so close together. You'll normally face this in either your rivers or your coast question. So today I'm going to first of all recap how to do a 6-figure grid reference, and then I'm going to show you some examples of putting this into practice in exams. So you'll start off with your grid. Remember, you always go along the bottom and then up the side, or as the old saying goes, along the corridor and up the stairs. So if we're going to find A, then we go along the corridor 23 and up the side 64. Okay, so the answer to that one would be 23, 65. Okay, 23, 65. For B then, you'd go along the corridor again to 24 and then up the side to 66. So 24, 66 will give you the bottom left corner. But that's a 4-figure, and we actually need to be able to work out the 6-figure grid references. So example here, this would be 22, and then you'd add on to 5. So 22, 5, and 64, 5. And that is how you would write it there, 22, 5, 64, 5. If we find the green dot now then, we're going to go to 22, 9, and 64, 2. For the red dot, 22, 2, and 64, 8. However, in your exam, they're not going to give you this helpful bit at the bottom here. You're going to have to make an accurate reading, or as accurate as possible. They'll normally give you a leeway of 1 each side. So for this one, if you look at the difference between 24 and 25, and you're trying to find the red dot, probably say 24, 8, and then up the side, 65, I'm going to say 65, 7. So 24, 8, 65, 7. 24, 8, 65, 7. Then for the green dot, I'm going to say 24, 2, and 65, 2. And that's how you'd write it. I'm going to leave the blue dot there for a moment, and you can have a go at this one yourself. Okay, and the answer for the blue dot is 24, 5, and 65, 9. So hopefully that's given you a bit of a recap on how to do 6-figure grid references. Now we're going to go across to an exam paper. Now this exam paper is taken from 2013. So when they sat down, they looked at their rivers question, there's a map, and the question says, give a 6-figure grid reference for the river. If you look on the map, the river is here. Now, you've got to think, where am I going to put my 6-figure grid reference? If it doesn't specify, which it doesn't in this question, then you're going to always go for the source. If it doesn't specify, then go for the source. So you look at the difference between 27 and 28, and I'm going to say that's about 27.3. So I'd write 27.3 there. And then at the side, I'm going to say 36.1, and you write 36.1. If you wrote that, that's how you would get your 1 mark. They do give a leniency, so if you had 27 and anything from 2 to 5, you would have got the answer. And if you had 36 and anything from 0 to 2, you would have had the answer as well. If we move on to another question here then, this is from 2014. Again, in the rivers question, they've given you a map. And the first question on their exam paper says, give a 6-figure grid reference for the source of the river in the northeast corner of the map. Source obviously means start of the river. Here's the river, northeast corner. So we're looking at about there, and we've got to be as accurate as possible. So you go to 90. I'm going to say 98, so I'd write 908. And then along the side, 72. I'm probably going to say 72.7, so I would write 98 and 72.7. Again, you would have a leniency of 1 either side. Hopefully this has helped you. If you'd like to practice some more, there are plenty of past papers available on the GCSE Specification A website. If not, then in rooms EO4 and EO5, there are lots of past questions involving six figures in the folder on the wall, so please help yourselves. Thank you.